Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into a pretty big workflow upgrade in the Redwood's self-service procurement application. And I mean it when I say, this is going to completely change the game for how you manage your shopping lists. Seriously, it's going to make your job so much easier.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got this massive shopping list, dozens and dozens of items, and you're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, just trying to find that one thing or compare a couple prices. It's so clunky, it's inefficient, and let's be honest, it's a total headache.
So that old card view, it was fine, but it just wasn't built for those really long, complicated lists, you know? It was almost impossible to compare things side by side, and you could never get that big picture, bird's eye view of everything. It just meant a lot of wasted time.
Well, get ready to say goodbye to all that frustration, because the solution is here, and it's called the table view. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a total redesign. It literally transforms your shopping list from just, a simple list into this powerful, data-rich workspace.
And the best part? This new table layout isn't just for one specific type of list. Nope, it's available for both your personal and your public shopping lists. So you get this amazing, unified experience no matter which list you're jumping into.
Okay, but what's really cool here is the control it puts in your hands. This is not just some static table you're stuck with. It's a dynamic workspace that you can tweak and customize to fit your exact needs. So let's break down how you can actually do that.
All right, first things first. Before you can even think about sorting or organizing columns, you gotta find what you're looking for, right? Well, the new table view has this awesome search function built right in. You can instantly filter down even the longest, most massive list to find exactly what you need.
And check this out. This really shows you how flexible it is. You can search by a whole bunch of different things, looking for everything from your favorite supplier, or maybe all the items in one specific category. You just type it in, and what's great is that it even works with partial keywords. The list just, poof, instantly refines itself. It's super fast.
Now, customizing your view, it is so easy. It's literally a 3-step process. You just click the table organizer button, check the boxes for the columns you want, uncheck the ones you don't need, and then just drag and drop them into whatever order makes sense for you. Seriously, it's that easy.
Right out of the box, you get this really clean, simple view with the basics. Description, price, and quantity. But you can add a ton of other info. Want to see the manufacturer for each item? Or maybe the buyer? No problem. You get to build the exact view that makes your life easiest.
Oh, and it's good to know how things are sorted by default. So for your personal lists, the newest stuff you've added is always going to be right at the top. For public lists, that order is actually set by our catalog admin, which, keeps things consistent for everyone.
Okay, so that's all about getting organized. But now, let's get to the real magic. How does this view help you get your work done way faster? Because this is where the table view really shines and just completely changes how you shop.
Get this. This is the new workflow, and it's a total game changer. You can see all your items on one single screen. You can change the quantity for every single item right there in the table. No more clicking into each individual page. And then, when you're ready, you add them all to the cart in one shot.
So how many items are we talking about at once? How about 500? Yep, you can add up to 500 items from your list to the cart with a single click. Just think about the time you'll save on those huge recurring orders. That's a massive productivity boost. Now, the system is also pretty smart about how it handles different kinds of items. So your standard master and agreement items, they go straight into your cart, no problem. But for stuff that needs more detail, like smart forms or non-catalog requests, it'll actually take you to the right page to finish things up. And hey, if something's not available, it'll tell you right away with a clear error message, no guesswork.
And speaking of unavailable items, there's another really handy feature in the edit view. If an item you added a while ago is no longer available, it gets flagged nice and clear. This makes it super easy to clean up your lists, remove outdated stuff, and just keep everything current and accurate. Okay, so you've got the basics down. Now let's talk about a few key tips and things to keep in mind. These are the little things that'll turn you into a table view power user and help you avoid any bumps in the road.
Here's a pro tip for you. If you end up loving this new view, and I think you will, you don't have to switch to it every single time. Just pop into your preferences and set the table view as your default for all your shopping lists. You set it once, and that's it. You get all that efficiency all the time.
Okay, now listen up, because this is probably the single most important tip I can give you. You can switch back and forth between the old card view and the new table view whenever you want,
But, and this is super important, if you change quantities in the table view, you have to click Add to Cart before you switch back to the card view. If you switch views first, you're going to lose all those quantity updates. So please remember that.
All right, just a couple more quick points, mostly for our advanced users. First, any special handling details. Those get added when you move stuff to the cart, not when you're building the list. Second, if you're working with foreign currency, you might need to re-enter those conversion rates at checkout. And last, smart forms will only be visible if your current business unit in your preferences matches the one they were made in. Just a few things to keep in mind.
So, let's wrap this up. When you look at the whole picture, this upgrade is way more than just a new layout. It really does transform your shopping list. It goes from being this passive bucket for items to being an active, powerful purchasing tool that saves you a ton of time and gives you so much more control. And that's pretty much it for our deep dive today. With all these new tools for searching, for customizing, for adding hundreds of items at once, really, the only question left is, how are you going to build your perfect view? Thanks so much for tuning in.